Aloha everybody, Gabe here from the Hawaii Institute of Self-Reliance, His Survival. Welcome back, mahalo for watching. In today's video I want to talk about how I grew up in the jungles of Hawaii. Yes, it was a very interesting upbringing with volcano eruptions and earthquakes and jungle and all sorts of beautiful beaches. It's Hawaii. Now, I grew up in the 80s when Kilauea was erupting. So I saw a lot of destruction, mile-long lava flow coming down the mountain at 30 miles an hour, burning everything, just covering everything in 50 to 100 feet of rock. So that was kind of amazing. Lava shooting thousands of feet in the air, raining shards of glass all over the jungle, and I enjoyed my upbringing. And I'm going to show you some pictures, and I'm going to talk about how my life was in the early days. Now, my parents were kind of hippie, but not really, because they used to make fun of all these like spiritual gurus and all these musicians, these hippie musicians. I remember my dad would always make fun of them and be very sarcastic, right? My dad was a shop teacher, University of Utah graduate, and he was a high school shop teacher. And then my mom, Oregon State, and she was into nutrients and farming and agriculture. So they met up in Washington picking apples. They hit it off, and my mom did not want to have a normal birth in a hospital. She wanted to have a midwife. So they found a midwife that they like. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends on how you want to look at it, this midwife moved to Hawaii and was like, this place is awesome, you should come over. And my parents followed, and they were like, this is awesome, this is great, this is perfect, this is where we can create a homestead, right? And not have to worry about winter, unless we want to go up to the snow in the mountains, but we can just stay by the coast, right, where it's just never cold. And you can grow lots of different things here. So I think that was great, So my parents wanted to have a childbirth outside of a hospital. I was born, and my dad started building, or they bought property and they started building houses for his family to live in. And without electricity, without running water, I mean, my dad literally was using a hammer and a chainsaw and material, or a lot of material gathered from the jungle. Of course, he used plywood and some 2x4s and stuff like that, but for the most part it was all natural material, and he did use some cedar planks and some koa planks. But anyway, I'm going to get into the pictures I'm going to show you here. First up is my baptism. Pretty cool. I'm in the middle. Here's my mom and family friends. I'm about a month old, and it's a typical Hawaii scene with the ocean and palm trees, and it's a tide pool, so that's beautiful. My baptism, cool baptism picture. And then you can tell some of these pictures are rotting away, so that's why I kind of want to film this, and it's for myself as well, to save these pictures on film. And you can see the damage right here. This is a picture of a happy baby. That's me, happy baby. And next up will be a picture of my dad. He's got a very impressive beard, and me, I'm super happy baby. And you can see some of his work in the background, handmade out of natural material from the jungle. And that's some railing my dad was making. And then this is a picture of some family friends. Another couple with their newborn, and my parents and me. Right there, some family friends. And then this is a scene of the kitchen, because it took a little while, building a couple of houses by hand, with just a chainsaw and pretty much by himself. My dad, for about a year, we had to use this kitchen. And it's definitely a shanty kind of kitchen, huh? Then here's a picture of my dad and me, my mom, and the house. that he's building. You can tell we didn't bulldoze. No bulldozing. This is all hand-cleared jungle, and he's using as much material as he can from the surrounding area to build his house. So I think that's a cool picture. It kind of reminds me of, that he should be holding like a pitchfork, or something, or like a, like a machete or something. This is the jungle family on their homestead. This is the beginning. And here's another picture of my dad working on the place. And here is a picture of me with some muddy feet. Yes, muddy feet. And here's a picture of that same house that I was the steps of. And this is how a lot of the houses that my dad would build, because he did that as his job. He's a shop teacher, so of course he's gonna be in construction. And this is one of our houses that I grew up in, my family's house, and that's how he likes it. You can barely see the house, right? It's just surrounded by jungle. Very Swiss Family Robinson kind of lifestyle. And here is a naked picture of me with a taro leaf in the right spot so I can show you all. And I'm in a taro patch. Taro patch. Yes, naked kid running around on the homestead. And my parents grew all sorts of different plants and fruit, vegetables, all sorts of stuff. And here's my first fort me and a friend built. This is at my friend's house. This is another subdivision. You can kind of tell it's not so jungly, and there's grass, and we use the grass as thatching. So this neighborhood, the lava had covered it and didn't allow or time hadn't passed enough to where it could be more jungle. So you'll find neighborhoods like that where the lava 100 years ago destroyed the whole area, whole jungle, but it kind of grows back, but it's grass and some other stuff, and it's not jungle. And then there will be like a jungle place where it's like this, two different subdivisions basically. And before it was cool to carve your own spoon, my dad was carving and selling spoons. Very impressive beard. I don't know about the shirt, kind of weird. But there you go, he's got some cool spoons for sale at the local market. And here's a baby picture, school picture. I think this is preschool. Some happy jungle Puna kids. Yes. It's a cute picture. Yeah. And Jackie, one of my friends, is in the back row next to me. We still talk and stuff. I know most of these kids have moved away from the neighborhood, or at least where I grew up. But there's one or two that is still around. So there's a school picture, preschool. Okay, so that's basically some pictures that I showed you all of how I was raised. Like my dad, he used a chainsaw and hammer to build houses because a lot of the neighborhoods just didn't have power. And to this day, a lot of neighborhoods don't have running water. You can't get hooked up to city water. There's no electricity in some of these neighborhoods. But now it's gotten a little bit better. There's more neighborhoods with electricity than when I was a kid. So I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment. I love all your comments. And make sure you hit the like button and mash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell symbol to get notifications and get on the email list so you can watch videos when I upload them, and tell me what you think. I'm excited about YouTube, and this is actually really fun. This is fun making videos and interacting with people off island that share similar interests. Okay, so make sure you hit the red subscribe button. And until next time, aloha!